Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, and we finally got our first look at the new Freedom Flames Warbond. Along with that, Iron Sights has given us a ton of new information about Illuminate Lava, a grinder machine where we're going to go ahead and face off against the automatons, and so much more. So we're going to dive into everything we know about Helldivers 2 coming in August. But without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So August is heating up for Helldivers 2, and not just in the figurative sense, but also quite literally in the literal sense, because we got the brand new Freedom's Flame Warbond trailer yesterday, and in it is a ton of new cosmetics, all coming in with armor sets, primary weapons, patterns, utilities, player banner, capes, emotes, and even a new player title. Some of the big ones to look at are the I-102 Draconaut Medium and the I-09 Heatseeker, which is light, and it actually gives you 75% fire resistance. Along with that, there is a brand new shotgun called the SG451 Cookout, which is a clear nod to Fahrenheit 451. There's also going to be a new primary special Flam 66 Torture, so you can go ahead and cook some bugs, and there is a new secondary, which is called the P72 Crisper, which is a secondary pistol. Overall, these seem absolutely fantastic, and we're really going to need it because, well, if you didn't know, 2 days before this Warbond releases, we are getting the Escalation of Freedom, which comes with new types of bug enemies, such as the Impaler, which is absolutely ginormous, and so much more. There will be other things in this Warbond, such as a pattern for exosuit, capes, as I mentioned, and so much more. So it looks like August is going to be giving us some really cool stuff. But with the fire resistance, other than Hellmire, what are we going to be really using this stuff for? Well, it's actually pretty clear, because Iron Sights actually let us know that there's something in the game files right now called Illuminate Lava, and you can see an image of it right here, and the file name right now is just Illuminate Lava. Not sure what the function will be or where it will be used. Pretty cool though, and I will say, yeah, it looks pretty awesome, and it will be nice to have something that we can use our fire resistant armor for even more. Not to mention, the automatons have also had data mined images of new flamethrower backpacks, so it's not just us that will be getting new ways to cook bugs, and the automatons, they're going to be bringing the heat right back to us, and now we will have a way to resist it, or at least, you know, that's the hope. There was some other cool stuff found by Iron Sights that I did want to go ahead and share just a little bit. He did show us there is a super earth road generation, some variables on the terrain generation of roads, along with road textures. This is pretty interesting because, once again, it is very clear that at some point in the game we are going to be going to super earth, and the fact that there are roads, I mean, that makes sense, is earth. However, I do think that this might be where we see the colony rover or other types of vehicles come into play. It makes sense to go ahead and have roads to drive them on. And there was one other interesting thing that he went ahead and talked about. There's an upcoming automaton grinder, some renders of the upcoming automaton grinder objective, and this is pretty graphic, I'm not gonna lie. This is basically where they put captured Helldivers in and grind them up. In fact, there are text files, and it looks like it's going to be a mission objective because there's a way to deactivate it, there was a way to access it, destroy the bot grinders, destroy grinder, and it is said this is where the automatons grind our brave soldiers and do jam paste. So the enemies are going to be getting a little bit more vicious lately. Along with that, we are going to have to do a lot of fighting on not only the automaton and bug fronts, but with the Illuminate having lava in the near future as well. It's pretty good that we are finally getting an anti-fire Warbond, and I'm very excited to go ahead and try this out and see how the new weapons work. In case you've been living under a rock, I'll go ahead and play the new trailer for the Freedom's Flame Warbond so you guys can see exactly what it is also going to be bringing in thematically, and then I'll also play the Escalation of Freedom trailer as well so you guys get a full scope of what's coming in the coming days.
Since launch, we've improved Helldivers quite significantly together with you, the community. We've released a lot of content, such as the flyers, the TCS missions, the destruction of an entire planet. This time around, we've got something special prepared for you.
It's our first step out of many, where we're gonna expand the game in big, meaningful ways.
New game modes, new objectives, new enemies, and even a whole new difficulty.
To give you that, we have to escalate it. An escalation of freedom. When freedom escalates, its opponents escalate.
We're bringing back a fan favorite from Helldivers 1, the stabby, tentacled beast known as the Impaler.
When you're playing against the Terminids, you can always try and run away. The Impaler ruins that plan. They will maybe cut off your escape route, and then you will probably have to stay and fight. Or you can fight the tentacles.
The Spore Charger. This one has fog traveling around it. It's constantly moving, so it's going to come right out of the fog and scare the lights out of you.
The automatons are bringing in artillery.
A big tank that shoots rockets.
If you're further away, you can see it aimed towards the skies and fire rockets in the air, so you'll have a barrage coming down on you.
In addition, you'll face off against heavier, more deadly brood commanders.
With a small twist. The allies that it spawn will not be the ones that you're used to.
Difficulty 10 has more enemies than we've had before on lower difficulties. We've really ramped it up. It's meant to feel like a real progression from 9 to 10.
We're also introducing a larger type of outpost, and it's going to be a real challenge to take on these massive fortresses. But if you manage to do so, there will be great rewards waiting for you. Of course, what would the galaxy be without planets? Therefore, we wanted to spook it up with a new version of the swamp environment.
The acid storm weather effect now comes with a new mechanic. It reduces the armor of enemies and Helldivers alike. You'll do a lot more damage, but you'll also take more in return, which is just as horrifying as it sounds.
In Escalation of Freedom, we have new objectives coming in, like the Retrieve Larva mission, where you find this backpack with little crying larvae that you need to reach the extraction with. But you also have to be careful because it's gonna be crying a lot, and you're getting swarmed by more and more Terminids.
With the Second Galactic War in full swing, Super Earth is currently battling the automatons and the bugs for control of the Milky Way. The Automaton Legion, they are constantly building bigger and worse war machines. The Terminids' migration patterns seem to be changing. There's also been some irregular readings of the Terminid spores in the various sectors where the Terminids are spreading. And we will see where the story develops from here.
So, have we told you everything that's gonna be in the Escalation of Freedom? Of course we haven't.
We have many more surprises in store for you.
A surprise here and there that you maybe didn't expect.
On August 6th, I'm ready to dive, and I hope you are too.
Let me know down below, what are you most excited for in the Freedom Flames Warbond? Along with that, are you also excited for the Freedom of Escalation update? Also, don't forget to check out this video and this video right here where I cover more information on Helldivers 2. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.